Okay, so I'm going to put it out there and say that I think that Blue Protocol is one of the biggest hidden gems in DeFi today. I know that's a very big claim, but by the time we get to the end of this video, perhaps you're going to share that opinion as well. So if we really simplify things, there's kind of 3 ways we can make money with this, but again, there's a few little offshoots as well where even more yield can be made. I'm going to be covering all of that in this video, but before we jump into the meat and bones of it, if you're watching this video and haven't yet subscribed, please superplex that subscribe button, leave me some love in the comments, and rest assured I will love you long time if you do. And another thing I need to mention before we get started, I am starting up YouTube memberships very soon. I don't think they're going to be available for this video, but they definitely will be available for the next. So if you see the join button below and you want to support the channel, there's going to be 2 tiers. Tons of perks for everyone who joins up, so I'm really excited about getting that started. But anyway, I'll keep you updated on that. So let's jump over to the Blue Protocol website. Now there's going to be 2 websites I'm showing you today, both relating to Blue Protocol. I'm going to leave all the links in the description so you know exactly where you're going. So you can see I've got my account loaded up here. This is the smaller of my 2 accounts. And I'm going to start with the most simple way of earning with Blue Protocol, and that is just coming here. You can see here we've got the earn 1.4% daily. That is going to decay down to 1%, I believe, by the end of this week, and I think that's a really positive thing because it's going to reduce the inflation on the token. And also we've got so many ways we can earn with this now, so it's going to really increase the longevity of this protocol, which is only just getting started. There's some incredible stuff coming. There's another AMA coming on Thursday. There's just so much coming for Blue Protocol. I just had to cover this today before things get out of hand. So if you're not familiar with Blue Protocol, it's a reserve currency that pays you every 4 hours, auto rebase, set and forget. Don't have to clicky any buttons whatsoever. So if you just want to come in and buy Blue, if you're like, I'm not even in Blue, I don't know what to do, I just want to get started, you can just come over to buy here, and you'll see here actually they very nicely give you the best possible rate, like where to buy it. So you can buy it on BNB Chain or you can buy it on Abstract. Now if you haven't dealt with Abstract before, don't worry, it's very straightforward. I hadn't before I got involved with Blue, and now it's like water for ducks back, super simple. So if you want to buy it with BNB, you can see here you're going to be paying 1.3% more than if you buy on Abstract. Now if you don't care about that, if you're like, yeah, meh, 1.3%, who cares, you can just switch to the BNB tab up the top here and just enter in how much BNB you want to swap in, and then you get your gblue, and that will just auto rebase for you every single day. Simple as that. If you're someone like me who likes a little bit of a better deal, you're going to want to buy your gblue on Abstract. So what I'm going to do there is come over to the Abstract chain here, and it's going to tell me that I'm going to have to swap ETH for gblue. That'd be ETH on Abstract to gblue. Now you might start panicking at this point and think, well, I haven't got any ETH on Abstract, how the hell do I get that? Well, all you have to do is go to LP's app, and you can see the little blue tab here, get Abstract ETH via bridge. You can come, that'll take you directly to relay.link. This is like mega fast, speed of sound. You can basically link your wallet, swap your BNB to ETH on Abstract, job done. It's like crazily fast. Swap however much you want, I don't think there's any minimum, and that will give you ETH on Abstract into your Rabbi or your MetaMask. Then all you do is come back to Blue Protocol here, and that will show up in your ETH there, beautiful, and you would just type in you do max. I think it does actually hold back some for gas as well, which is great. It's just so easy, make it so easy for you. But if you want to hold a little bit back for gas manually, you can do that. You just type in how much you want to swap over, and you can see here. Now be aware, if you do that, this tab here, if that's clicked on, that's going to auto stake you into the LP over an Arborium. Now, I'm going to get to that in a minute, okay? But if you just want gblue and you don't want to be involved in any LPs or anything like that, take that tab off, and that will just give you gblue on Abstract. There you go, and that's just going to basically auto compound every single day for you. That's the most simple way. That's like level 1, super easy. If you want the next easiest way, but you do want to be involved in staking your LP, but you don't want to do the any of the more complex stuff that I'm going to show you, you can come over here to gblue.xyz /vault. Now this is a fairly new feature, and I've only got a little bit in here, but I put like $70 in, and it can't have been much more than a week or two ago, and that's now $97. This is the first time I've actually looked at this for a little while, so it's gone up. It's now $97. And so what it does is it basically just gives you a really simple way of getting involved in the ETH gblue LP, and it auto compounds it for you every single day. So you can see some of the metrics, like even with like just $97, that's earning 77 cents a day. That's $25, almost $26 a month, just on like 90 odd dollars. So that's another set and forget option. You can zap in from any of these chains. So I think it's USDC you need on any of these chains. They make it as easy as you can. Like, massive shout out to Chef Aaron, who's been cooking something like crazy recently. So you can see you can zap in here with USDC, and you just zap it in and it will just put it into the vault for you, auto compound it for you. So you can also manually make up your LP, but I mean the most simple way is just to zap in using USDC. So whatever you zap in will be automatically created into the LP, which will be half into Ethereum, half into gblue, and that'll be auto staked, and it will compound your position 4 times a day. So you don't have to touch anything. You can sit back and let it run. That's basically what I've done, really kind of by accident. You can see the vault APY is 1,649%, which is phenomenal. And you get the TVL is like 118,000 already, which is absolutely incredible considering this has only been out really, I think, a couple of weeks at most. But I totally forgot about this. So the first time I've seen it, I put $70 in. It's now $97. So yeah, it's something you can diversify a little bit into. Now I'm doing the most complex thing, the most complex version, which isn't actually that complex. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. But if you just, if you don't want to do the stuff I'm about to show you can just come in and do this. Really, really easy. So anyway, we're going to move on to the level 3, I would say. You're looking at purple belt. If you're into jiu-jitsu or anything like that. This is a little bit more technical, but not that much more really. So if we go back over to the Blue Protocol website, bnb.xyz, if we click on the Aborian tab here, you can see the total portfolio in this wallet is $3,448. And with the Aborian gauge, which I'm going to show you in a minute, it's earning 286.59%. That's on top of the 1.4% I'm currently earning every day on the gblue side of things. So it's double stacking the rewards. And I'm earning ABX token doing what I'm doing, which I'm actually pretty bullish on long term on this token. So it's really good to be earning this token. I'm going to show you what my personal strategy is right now. But you can see here my wallet's linked, so I can see my staked LP is almost 9 LP. That's $3,448, and that's split it into wrapped ETH and gblue. And I've currently got 3,323 ABX tokens available to claim, and I think this is only about a day and a half on this wallet. So what I can do is show you how to get involved with this, and then we're going to hop over to the Aborian website. So if you went to LP Zap, for example, you'd buy your gblue or ETH or wrapped ETH, whatever's cheapest, and then what you can do, you can zap that straight into the LP gauge, which I showed you earlier with the tab you can switch on and off. I'm leaving that tab on right now, so all I would do is I would, if I just bought some ETH like I showed you earlier, I would just zap that in. So I'd zap in however much ETH I wanted to zap in, and that would stake it directly in the gauge. Now, once you've done that, you can go to the Aborian page. So you can hop over here. I'll show you right now in real time what that looks like. So if we manage LP on Aborian here, this will open up Aborian.finance, and this is where some real magic happens, because you can see my position here. I've got everything staked in this wrapped ETH gblue pool right now. I've got $3.45 thousand on this wallet. It gives me roughly a 1% share of the entire pool, and literally after like a day and a half, that's $42 in APX rewards. That's nothing to do with my gblue compounding rewards that I'm making on the other side of things. This is all extra. Now, what you can do here, you can obviously have a strategy where you can claim once a week or however many times a week. You can claim every day if you want, but it's earning 286% by being staked. So typically what I would do, I don't want to do it right now because I'm a little OCD. I want to leave it till tonight so I know what I'm earning per day, but I would claim rewards and that would put the ABX token into my wallet. From there, I always, when I'm using these type of protocols like Arborian, SuiDex, SwapX, I always like to lock up a portion of my tokens because it supports the protocol. I want this thing to be running as long as possible. It's an absolute printer. So what I would normally do is go to lock, and I've got some locks running here. I actually need to merge these, but I'll leave that for another video. But I've got I could either increase an existing lock or I could create a lock. So if you don't have any locks, you just come here, create a lock, and you would choose how much of your ABX you wanted to lock up. Now, you're not doing this for charity. This is not a charity thing. This is still a way of earning even extra yield on top of yield on top of yield. I would normally do about 25% into a lock, and I would probably set that for 4 years to get maximum voting power, which I'm going to get onto in a moment, and create that lock. Once you've done that, by the way, you can take this out. This is not locked forever. You can still get to these. It's not like some things where once you've locked it, it's away. You'll never see it again. You can still get to this. But once you've done your lock, you can then vote every week on the pool of your choice. Now, I always vote for, again, if you guys are into SwapX, or if you use SwapX, you'll be very familiar with this type of thing. I always choose the Raptive gblue pool. And when I said earlier it's not for charity, that's another 173% APY that you earn just for voting, and you're basically earning incentives and bribes for doing so. So I earn extra Raptive, extra gblue just for locking my ABX tokens, which, again, as I said before, I don't really want to sell all of my ABX because I've got a pretty bullish outlook on it. So that makes sure that at least 25% of my ABX is being locked away for a rainy day, and I'm earning another 173% on it. Now, with the rest, with the other 75%, what I would tend to do is come down to trade here, and I could then trade my ABX for ETH, for example. So I might want to take 25% profit into my pocket. That'll leave me 50%. And with the other 50%, so once I've transferred it to ETH, I would just come back over to Blue Protocol here, LP Zap, and that ETH will show up in here, in the ETH native, and I would just put it back into the LP and keep on growing. That's the beauty of farming, is that I haven't had to sell any of my gblue, I haven't had to sell any of my ETH that I've got in the LP. I'm just using the ABX rewards to basically free hit combo, lock some up, take some as profit, put some back into the LP. Everything is growing. You know, my pockets are growing with my profits, my ABX holdings are growing, and still earning with the voting, and also my LP is growing as well. So, you know, during this kind of interesting market that we've had over the last few months, anything that's providing cash flow like this is an absolute gem. And when the market really takes off, this has like insane levels of potential, in my opinion. You can see the blue token is holding up really nicely. It's green today. And the G blue, which is the governance blue. So you've got S blue, which is stake blue. You've got G blue, which is governance blue. But they both earn the same per day, just in slightly different ways. But they've been performing very, very well, holding very, very strong, and giving us another way to earn some incredible passive income using Arborian finance. So you can do most of this via the gblue website. You know, as you can see, if you go down on the Arborian tab, I could just claim my ABX directly from here. You know, so it gives you an estimated daily ABX a reward estimate there. If you come down here, it will give you the price, which is actually up again today. So it's well over 1 cent now. So everything that I'm earning is increasing. You know, when the market goes up, it all goes up. which is why I'm trying not to sell all my ABX, because I want to support this. I've been doing an incredible job, and the fact that now you can zap in from all of these different chains is absolutely remarkable. So massive shout out to Aaron. I know it's a slightly longer video than normal, guys, but I did want to walk you through this and just show you some of the potential, some of the, if you want to just dip your feet and just get some gblue to start with, you can do that, and then you can watch this video back and maybe decide if you want to do a little bit more in the future with the voting side of things. But what an absolutely phenomenal protocol. I really do think this is one of the biggest kept secrets in DeFi, so shout out to Aaron for all of the hard work. There's another AMA coming on Thursday, so definitely check that out. Congratulations to everyone who's watched through to the end. I hope you got plenty of value from this video, and as I said before at the start, I'm looking forward to getting the membership started up. When we do that, there's going to be some great perks for everyone who decides to support the channel. We're going to have some exclusive sort of hangouts. So I'm going to be talking about some stuff that I don't necessarily talk about on YouTube in the members only videos and live streams. So definitely stay tuned for that, guys. I will keep you all updated on that. I hope you're having an amazing day, whatever you're doing. Stay bullish, stay blue, protocol in, and I'll see you all in the next video.